Well, what is going on, you guys? It's the start of a new month, March Madness. It is currently 11:19 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. You're starting off the week on the right foot. Talk about the top stocks this morning that popped off. I'm recently coming back from a little break. I took a week off. It's good to be back. We had some good opportunities today and a lot of really good, I would say, textbook breakouts and textbook plays for opportunities. One of them today, OSH, running from $18 a share all the way up to a high of 23. Nice $5 per share move, all within the first hour of the trading day. OSH, Oak Street Health, I think it is. Look at here, we're breaking out here on the 30-minute. Scroll out on this bad boy. This thing really got beat down for a while. You could draw a few trend lines out on it, connecting all of these. Recently here from 35, it got drilled all the way down to 14 bucks. These types of stocks that got drilled down like this, I like keeping my eyes on them for good bounce opportunities. OSH today was right on top of the top percentage gainers, the scan, and also a nice little textbook pattern, double bottom going on right here. Now you guys are going to run into people that play patterns to the exact T. Like some people would say, well, technically that's not a double bottom. It's got a perfectly double bottom at a specific price in order for it to be a double bottom. The way I look at it, if I spot a pattern with my naked eye and I can identify it, that's all I care about. That's the way I look at it. You can't be too picky with technical analysis. As I've told you guys many times before, you want to look at technical analysis. This is like an art. Look at it like an art. Have fun with it. Don't take it so seriously, because that's when you start stressing yourself out. And then you're going to have a million lines drawn out on your chart. Let me see if I can find that real quick. It's a well-known picture out there that a lot of people have seen before. Yeah. This one right here. That's a crazy looking chart right there with all those different lines all drawn out on it. You clutter up your charts and you just overcomplicate things and you'll just beat yourself up about it. This actually looks like a interesting read. I'm gonna save this. Post it there in the Tuesday chat. Alright, let's talk about the top stocks for the day. Number one, we had OSH this morning, running up a total of $5 a share. Then we also had CENX have a nice grind up this morning. A bit of a death grind this morning, but you could have easily drawn out a trend line on this. And it had a good run from 23.50 all the way up to a high of 27. It's a nice $3.50 run in the morning, the first 45 minutes of the day. Now, since it's topped out at 27, it's been retracing back down, and all it's doing is just getting a little bounce on it. Nice $1.50 bounce on it to the upside. CENX, DWAC is another popular name. Had a good little run this morning. Look at the volatility on this. Right when the market opens up right here, So we open up here at $92. Rips up here to a high of $94. You got a bottom wick down here at 91. That's a big range right there. Nice $3 range on a 1 minute candle. Overall though, on the 30 minute DWAC, it's been getting real tight, making its move up here to that $100. Let me see if I can pinpoint it. About right there where that green line is. We've been gradually trending up, getting higher and higher and higher. And this is setting up a textbook pattern that many people are taught to look out for. An ascending wedge. You got an ascending wedge forming here on the 30 minute. I don't know if DWAC is gonna break up through that 100 just yet. It's still in this pattern. Take it day by day. We'll just see how it plays out. I mean, DWAC, it offers a lot of opportunity, especially in the morning, the first hour of the trading day. You scroll out on that chart, literally every single day, the first hour rips up here from 78 to a high of 86. Here, the first hour of the day, 87 runs up to 94. Here, first hour of the day, 88 runs up to 94. And then today, from 92 up to 94, it's been gradually moving up and getting tighter and tighter. A lot of eyes are on this stock. Keep eyes on it. We also had ISPO. Now Friday, ISPO was up. It caught a lot of people by surprise. It started ripping and spiking here at around 11 a.m. on Friday. Let's zoom in on that action. All right here. So Friday morning, market opens up right here. And it just goes sideways and just gradually starts making its way up, making higher highs, higher lows. And as it keeps pushing up throughout the morning, it's starting to go off on people's scanners. And when they pull this stock up and when they zoom out, they say, oh yeah, this stock ran about 5 days ago. Look at the 30 minute here. Notice this big run right here when it ran from $10 a share all the way up to a high of $105 a share. That's a $100 move in 1 day. It did. This is where the opportunity is. And that's why I say to all of the people out there that are caught up in that AMC stock, I mean, you guys are missing out on so much opportunity and you don't even know it. You don't see CNBC or Yahoo Finance or your financial news feeds talk about stocks like this. We see these types of moves a handful of times throughout the year. So epic opportunity on ISPO. And even after it tops out, you still have bounce opportunities on stocks like this. Let's go back to that 1 minute time frame here. As this starts perking up and picking up, see, it went into this day right here. From Thursday right here, it went into Friday trading. I didn't see that little divider there. That little gray shaded area. But going into even the next day, it's still making higher highs, higher lows, and it's going off on people's stock scanner. And this is where if you educate yourself, you guys, this is where it pays off. And this is where a lot of people, especially newer people, they don't know to look out for this type of stuff. Short squeezes. When stocks make that run up, like it did from $10 up to $100, there was short sellers that were piling in on it as it starts to fall down because there's money to be made on the downside, the backside of the move. When a stock stops making lower lows, lower highs, shorts are not making any more money. So they have to start covering. And when they have to cover their position, they have to buy to get out of that short. And then that's where the term I came up with, just for fun, the double whammy. You guys heard me mention it many times before if you're a regular on this channel. Double whammies. That's when you have shorts, they're buying, covering their positions, and then you have longs coming in, buying shares, going long on the stock. It's a double whammy. And that's what leads to these epic big run-ups like this. That's a good opportunity right there. From 11 a.m., it ran all the way up 11:30, so a half hour. This stock ran up $30 a share. $30. That's life-changing moves right there. You could have made your whole yearly salary on a play like this. And we've seen these plays many times before. So after it runs up, tops out here up at 70, 72 bucks. Let me scroll out on this. Going into the weekend, and then we got Monday. You can easily draw out a trend line on this. Monday, it kept ripping up and spiking up to about 55, 56. But by easily putting on a trend line like that, and it's bottoming here at 45, what do you see again? You see another familiar pattern, don't you? A wedge. Remember, everybody's taught to look out for these basic, easy chart patterns. Everybody. But they get too caught up in the price. They focus too much on the exact penny to the T. And this is where you got to adjust to how volatile this stock is. You can't focus on to the exact penny. You can't. You'll beat yourself every time. This is when you need to focus more on areas of interest or levels. Let me scroll back out on this. We're breaking up out of this pattern today. I draw that line out. We're holding all up and above and out of this pattern right there. The overall sentiment is bullish. That's really good. I'm going to keep my eyes on this. As long as we can hold up at this area and continue to build, it's looking good. Zoom back in on this. So this morning, a total from 46, it got to run up to, what did it top out at? 53. That's a $7 per share move to the upside. And yeah, volume is a little bit on the light side. It is. But there's still opportunity. It's all in the way you look for opportunity and where you see opportunity. Some people look at this and say, man, I ain't wasting my time with that. I'm not comfortable trading that type of stock. And that's okay. I mean, there's over, like 6,000 stocks in the stock market. Go with whatever you feel comfortable with. It's called variety, right? There's all types of different stocks out here. Just like that one that was gapping, that ran yesterday. MULN. This one. What was it? Monday, yesterday. It was close to like 700 million in volume on the day. That's insane volume. 700 million. in volume. It did 3/4 of a billion in volume on Monday. That's a lot of money going into this stock. We had a nice run from $1 all the way up to a high of $2. Nice $1 run all day. This morning it failed and it's getting drilled down, so everybody's been taking profits on it. And this is easily the #1 stock probably with all the volume. Even as it's getting drilled down, look at all that volume that's still going into it today. A lot of volume. What else do we have pop off today? We had, ALF had a good run a couple days ago, Friday. Right here, it perked up at the end of the day, and then after hours from 2 it exploded all the way up to a high of $3. But afterward, it's been getting drilled back down. It's not over with though. This stock can continue to hold up at 2. You could definitely see a continuation on it up to 250. You never know, it could retest 3 again. I'll keep ALF on watch in the back burner. Just like BKKT. We had this one on watch as it was getting over that $6 and it was building and it was pushing off of 6 up to a high of almost 650s. And we had our target up there at 7. It didn't quite make it up to 7. It's pulling back down now. But if we can hold up at that 550s level, the overall sentiment on this stock is still bullish. It's still definitely up in play. This is more of like a swing trading type stock. BKKT. USER. This one had a good move. User testing. Today it ran from about $8 a share all the way up to a high of almost 11, an almost $3 run. And I get comments a lot from you guys when I do these recaps. A lot of people ask, how do I find these stocks? You guys, all I'm looking for every day, these are just basic percentage gainers. That's all they are. Basic percentage gainers. There's no secret to finding these stocks. Rome says FUV looks to have potential. Let's take a look. Float on it is about 30 million. Daily chart looks decent. You got that 50-day moving average right at 670. That's going to be kind of hard for it to get through, but it still has potential. It's just bouncing right now. The last couple days it's built up. Look at that. From about 550s, it's built its way up to 650s. Let's look at this real quick. Oh yeah, man, this is a nice looking chart. You can easily draw a line out. Look at that. Let me make that smaller. Draw your line out. Like so there. From 1320s right here. 1320s. It got drilled all the way down to 450s. Connect your lower highs. Look at it, how many times it tested that trend line. Now it's breaking up out of that. It's pulling back and it's holding. So we can continue to build. $6 push up. Yeah. Give it time, all right? Give this FUV time. It's currently still building. Like I've said to you guys, and those that will listen will make money. My expectations for this year and my game plan, we're going to have to focus on big picture ideas. This is where the money's going to be at. Focusing on bigger time frames and big picture plays and ideas. That's where the money's going to be at this year. The money is not really going to be in scalping, and really, because we're not in a bull market anymore like we were. You got to adjust. And those that don't adjust, you're going to get left behind in the dust. It's cruel to say that, but most people, they just have a hard time. They don't like to adapt and adjust. Remember, a lot of people like to stay content in life. That's why a lot of people work at the same job their whole life. They're scared to take any risk. And then before they know it, they're 70, 80 years old. And then they're looking back on their life and they're saying, damn, what if I did this? Gotta think differently than everybody else. This FUV though, I'll keep this on watch. It's a good call out, Realm. Oh yeah, Bitcoin had a good run as well. Let me put this FUV on my watch list. So Bitcoin, let's pull up Bitcoin real quick. We can actually look at the Bitcoin ETF. BITO. All right, we got the Bitcoin ETF here. Recently, Bitcoin itself's been getting drilled. It's been getting drilled. I'll pull it up here on the web. I don't have a crypto charting platform. I just use the internet. I don't really get too involved with trading cryptocurrencies. And maybe I will over time, but you guys don't really see me talk about crypto that much and Bitcoin. There's too many scams out there. And if you guys are in the Discord, you guys already know there's all kinds of pump and dumps and just scamming. A lot of people, unfortunately, just get scammed and lose a shitload of money from, man, I feel bad. People fall for that stuff. So Bitcoin here recently got drilled down. It topped out here at 70K and it got drilled all the way down to 35K. And you guys, like about a month ago, I put a video out talking about my plan for Bitcoin. I'd be accumulating, and because the next run up on it is gonna be 100K. Everybody is eyeballing that 100K. You got to look at the big picture and think outside of the box. More people are accepting to Bitcoin now. More people are getting involved with it. You got the metaverse that just came out. That's going to be a cryptocurrency world. NFTs are hot. I'm not a believer in NFTs. It's a really, really scammy and shady business. I'd be cautious with that. I see on Instagram, there's all kinds of scam artists who will post pictures of NFTs and how much they sold for, but they won't ever show you proof of how much they sold it for. So you got to be careful with that. But Bitcoin, a lot of people are becoming accustomed to it. And even the stock market now has a Bitcoin ETF. So it's more accepting. everybody, all these institutions and banks are more open to it too. Real quickly, CTIC. Keep that on watch for a squeeze. I'll put that on squeeze watch. Gotta hurry up and do this before it actually goes. So Bitcoin here from 22. Nice rip up to 28 on the ETF. Go back here to the web browser. We'll look at the last 5 days. Yeah, the last 5 days here. It was right here at 38,000. And it just exploded up to almost 45,000. So that's almost, what is that? An almost 10,000 run on Bitcoin. You'd be looking for it to hold up right here. 4350. You want it to hold up here. Build off of that. You don't want to see it fall. If it does fall, this is going to probably fall back down here to let's say about here. It's going to fall back down to about low 40s. Let me pull up CTIC real quick. Yeah, this is definitely on squeeze watch. You could just tell they're gearing it up, pulling it back tightly. Again, this is something like I'd be putting my stop down just below 250. You got to give the stock room to run. It's going to run up to 3. And then if it blows over 3, it's going to run to 320s. And then over 320s, that's when it could really start running. Focus on areas. BTC. Let me see. No, it's not letting me. Extra Bitcoin Incorporated? What's that? Oh man, that's a penny stock. This might be something to keep on the back burner. Look at this one. That tenths and fractions of a penny. But if Bitcoin continues to squeeze and push up, you could definitely see this one go on a nice run. CBTC. Yeah, the SPY's fallen. It's pretty much what we expected for the SPY to fall. It just ran for 3 days. The CTIC though, it's not correlated with it. This one is definitely looking good. We'll run back up and test that $3 again and then squeeze up Could see it hit 350s. It's a good risk versus reward if you ask me. What are you risking? 25 cents to make upwards of what? $1.50, $1.20 just about? That's a good risk versus reward if you ask me. It's like a 5-to-1 ratio. Looks like I did it just in time too. 5 minutes ago I put CTIC on Squeeze Watch. That's the benefit, you guys, of keeping an eye in the market. Keeping these stocks up. See how they set up. I know it's hard when you're new in the markets. You get caught up in the moment and you let your emotions trade the candlestick on that 1 minute. That's why, you guys, I don't really focus too much on Bookmap anymore, because I found myself a lot of times with that Bookmap, I was getting caught up in the micro time frame of things and I was scalping a lot and I was missing out on a lot of real big money opportunities. And I was like, man, fuck this Bookmap. I'm actually losing money focusing on this Bookmap. But that Bookmap, though, it's good for newer people to get an idea of how supply and demand works. You get an idea of how stocks like to move up and down from supply zones and demand zones up and down. It's an auction. You visually get to see that and you get an idea of how stocks like to move. And in stages as well. Yeah, this CTIC, it's looking pretty good if you ask me. It's got a crap load of volume on it too so far. Already it's got 61 million in volume. The only thing I don't like right now, though, it's noon. It's 11:52 a.m. Dead lunch hours right now. Yeah, this is a long... Well, no, it's not that long. Hmm. It's hard, everybody getting involved with technical analysis, because we all look at things differently. It's like that saying that I've heard somebody say, and it's always stuck with me. When you think it's a bad opportunity to be buying, somebody else out there thinks it's a good opportunity to be buying. You think it's a bad time and you should not be buying, somebody else out there is thinking the opposite. Overall, CTIC, things are looking good. Now we pull back, hold up at 270s, I'd say. Right there. We're running up, testing that $3. It's gaining up that strength to blow up through that later on. The hard part right now is just timing. You don't know when stocks are going to make that move. Opportunity is there though. Oh yeah, LCID had a good move today too. Yeah, recently, here from 29, it sold off all the way down to 25. Bounced up to 26, and then this morning it dipped down to almost 23. And from 23, it had a nice run up, $3 a share to 26. Yeah, we just broke this one down before we went live here on YouTube. Yeah. JBATL, it sure does. You're like the 10th person that said that today. I've already explained it 10 times. That's why I'm not gonna go too much into detail. Yep. With that being said, I'm gonna get out of here, you guys. My day's just about done. A lot of good opportunities out there today. From OSH, USER, DWAC, LCID, CTIC, and a few other names I can't think of at the top of my head right now, but there was really good opportunity today. There was. The first hour of the day is when we've seen a lot of good textbook breakouts, and even right now, you got CTIC setting up. And like I've said earlier too, This year, it's all going to be about big picture ideas. A lot of people that are not going to adjust, they're going to get left behind. This isn't really a scalping, day trading type market. This is more swing trading, big picture idea type of market. So you got to adjust. Indexes have been making lower highs and lower lows the first 3 months of the year. So adapt to what you're seeing across the board. There is good opportunity out here. There is. It's all about how you look at these charts as I try to teach you guys. Be safe out there. I don't see you guys the rest of